All right, God of War fans, hear me out here. And this might not even be a hot take, but since I'm so new to the franchise, I think it might be. This might sound irrational. I hate Atreus. Like that, there, I said it. There's no other way to go around it. I think he absolutely sucks. Doesn't listen to anything you say. He's a complete know-it-all. Nearly gets us killed every single time I bring him with on anything. Like, honestly, it makes me not want to reproduce. Anyway, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video and happy Friday. Today's video I actually think is going to be really fun. It's going to be a special edition of Start, Bench, Cut. Basically, what we're going to be doing is spinning a wheel and getting 3 players, and we are going to be choosing between starting them, benching them, and cutting them. However, we're going to do that 8 times with 8 different positions, and at the end, we're going to have 3 teams, a start team, a bench team, and a cut team, and we're going to compare them all. On paper, it sounds like fun. It's either gonna work or it's not. So anyway, before we get into it, a couple of quick plugs. 1, head over to gfuel.com, use code WyattzWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products. And 2, if you're 18 years or older, head over to Prize Picks, the daily fantasy app where code WyattzWorld will match up to $100 of your first deposit. However, today there is a special promotion on Prize Pick. It is the Luka Free Square. The max you're allowed to put on the entry is $20, but all Luka needs to do is score 1 point and his square is considered a W. Can't get any easier than that. So, always play responsibly and let's get into the video. Alright guys, so here we are at the wheel. Some of you guys probably recognize it, but this is the wheel we're going to be using all video. We're going to be spinning it 3 times per position and then taking the 3 players we get and going to a list and separating them into start, bench, or cut. So first off, every team needs a quarterback and that's who we're going to decide. So let's spin it 3 times and find out who we're picking between. Quarterback number 1, Tua. Okay. Quarterback number 2, Jared Goff. Wow. And quarterback number 3, Sam Darnold. Okay, so Tua, Goff, Darnold. Obviously, I'm going to cut Sam Darnold in this situation, and his picture's not here, so I'll put it over here. But that leaves Tua and Jared Goff. If you want me to be real, guys, due to injury, I'm probably going to bench Tua, and I'm going to have Goff as my starter. Hey, they both did really good this year. If you guys are going to try and hate on Jared Goff, I don't even want to hear that nonsense. Okay, now that we've got our quarterback situation figured out, we gotta have a running back for our team. So we're gonna spin it 3 more times and figure out who we're working with. So running back number 1 is Raheem Mostert. They really like the Dolphins here. Running back number 2, Derrick Henry, barely. All right, that's what I'm talking about. And running back number 3 is Miles Sanders? Hey, I mess with Miles Sanders now. He's actually pretty good. So Mostert, Derrick Henry, Miles Sanders, that's a pretty simple one. We are going to cut Mostert. We are going to bench Miles Sanders wherever he is. And then we will start King Henry. Honestly, our bench team ain't looking that bad right now. Our cut team's looking pretty trash though. All right, next up, we are going to do wide receivers, except we are going to do it twice. So a total of 6 spins, although we'll go 3 pick, 3 pick. So our first wide receiver candidate on start, bench, cut is Gary Terry. All right. Wide receiver candidate number 2, Jerry Jeudy. I can do that. And wide receiver candidate number 3 is Debo. Let's go. So our receivers are Scary Terry, Scary Jerry, and Scary Debo. I'm gonna be honest, if I had to pick a starter between those 3, I think I'm actually gonna take Terry McLaurin. Dude, he's consistent, he's reliable, he's really never been bad, and whoever you give him as a quarterback, as long as they target him, he is just as good as he always has been. Now, if I have to bench a player and cut a player between Debo and Jerry, I think I'm gonna bench Debo and cut Jerry. And I love you, Jerry. I think you had a great year, but I mean, it's survival of the fittest at this point. I gotta pick a preference. So that's our first round of receivers. Now we will go through wave number 2. So back at the wheel, spin number 1, we have got DK Metcalf. Cool. Spin number 2, Rashad Bateman. All right, this is looking pretty easy so far, but we got another spin. Drake London. All right, that is pretty easy. So we're gonna start DK. Feel like that's pretty obvious there. He's by far the best of those 3. We're actually gonna cut Rashad Bateman. I love him to death, but man, he gets hurt way too much. Meaning the receiver we bench out of those 3 is Drake London, who, by the way, I think did very solid this year. All right, ladies and gents, so we have done 4 categories. We have 4 left to go: the tight end, the O-line, the defense, and the head coach. Meaning the next position we are going to decide is going to be the tight end. So tight end number 1 out of 3 is George Kittle. All right. Tight end number 2, Oh no, 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 it's Kyle Pitts. And tight end number 3. Oh man, you can't make this any harder, can you? Cole Kmet, kind of. Think we're gonna cut Cole Kmet, but he did a lot better this year. He's not bad. We just need to see more out of him. That being said, we're gonna bench Kyle Pitts because we all know he's good, but we need to see more out of Kyle Pitts. He's been in a horrible system for 2 years. And obviously our starter of the 3 is George Kittle. He has been one of the best tight ends in the league, I think, over the last 5 years, so it speaks for itself. That was a good selection there. Up next, it looks like we're going to be deciding my O-line. I have it separated because the last 3 lists are all the same. So going for our offensive line now, O-line number 1 is the Bengals. Very, very hit or miss. Feel like they're really good one game and they're really bad the next. Anyway, our next O-line is the Bills. O-line that's really good one game and really bad the next. That doesn't help. And O-line number 3. Why don't we just give me the Vikings? I wasn't serious. Holy cow. So, Green Bay, Buffalo, Cincinnati. Just to spark a fire in my opponent this weekend, I'm going to put Cincinnati at the cut. I will bench Buffalo, and I will start Green Bay's O-line. Green Bay actually has a pretty good O-line as far as I'm concerned. Whoops, sorry, I didn't realize I had the wrong screen up there. Anyway, I feel like that's pretty fair, though. Buffalo and Cincinnati's O-lines, like, they seriously, they do seem like they're just so hit or miss. You can't really depend on them. All right, so we've got 2 wheels left to go through. This one is going to be deciding our defense. Dear God. So defense number 1 is... No. Okay, thank you. The Steelers. It was almost the Vikings. I was about to cry. Defense number 2. Dallas. Ooh, Tampa. Okay. And the final defense to decide between is... Don't be the Vikings. Green Bay. So Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, that's actually kind of hard. So I think I'm gonna take the Steelers as my starting defense. I like Minka, I like TJ Watt. Obviously they got other guys too, Cam Hayward, Devin Bush, Miles Jack. I mean, they got a lot of talent. My bench D would probably honestly be Green Bay. They got guys like Jair, even though I hate him, or Kenny Clark, Adrian Amos, you know, they've got good players. And that means I would probably cut the Tampa Bay defense because other than Antoine Winfield Jr., I don't really care about him anymore. And I realize I just did this on the head coach list, so we're gonna change this. There. And that also is gonna bring us to the final wheel of the day, and that is gonna be deciding our head coach before we go back and look at all of our teams. So coach number 1 out of 3 is... So Andy Reid, all right. Head coach number 2, Nick Sirianni. Oh no. And head coach number 3, if this is Bill Belichick, I'm gonna cry. The bench team is screwed. Wow, that's tough between 1 and 2. It's a lot harder than it should be. Obviously, we're gonna start Andy Reid. Obviously, Sirianni is gonna be our bench coach. And obviously, we are going to cut Josh McDaniels because he sucks. So now we have gone through all the spins for all 8 positions. I am gonna read off the 3 teams and you guys are gonna comment which team you guys think is the best. So my starting NFL team would be Jared Goff, Derrick Henry, Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, George Kittle, Packers O-line, Steelers defense, Andy Reid is my head coach. I think that's a pretty solid team. However, the bench team is Tua, Miles Sanders, Deebo Samuel, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bills offensive line, Packers defense, and Nick Sirianni as a head coach. That team could actually be really good. And for fun and gags, our team that we are benching is going to be Sam Darnold, Raheem Mostert, who I know that's Chase Edmonds, Jerry Jeudy, Rashad Bateman, Cole Kmet, Bengals O-line, Buccaneers defense, and Josh McDaniels. Honestly, I think that's a below 500 team because the coach is really, really dumb. What do you guys think though? Obviously, I think the start team was the best, but it maybe could be argued. Anyway, guys, that is all I got for the day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was fun. I would love to do this again. If you did enjoy the video, you already know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, turn that bell on. I do my best to post on this channel every single day. Anyway, with everything I just said, though, I'm going to hop off and get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. Have a good one, and as always, I will see you in the next video.